Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Hey.
What's with all these fucking voicemails?
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 4322.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
That was me. Sorry, Will. I thought you just called Matilda.
No, it's okay.
Well, I kind of want to know what's going on, because Emma said that she was told that not to talk about Winnie or Debbie to me anymore.
Oh, was she?
That's what she was told.
That's interesting.
And I'm trying to figure out who it was that said that.
Well, I think I know who you think did it, because I've gotten 2 voicemails over this bullshit.
Well, it was either you or Debbie.
Well, I know it wasn't Debbie. Maybe you should think about why it was.
So it was you. So it was you.
I'm not saying it was me or it wasn't.
But you told me I'll say that it wasn't Debbie.
Yeah, because I know it wasn't Debbie.
And because you must know that it was you.
That's not what I said. But I do think that it's my family and not yours, and you should probably, butt out and not bring unrelated people into this.
I do believe that mine and Debbie's relationship is mine and Debbie's relationship. It's not for you to the fucking brother-in-law to tell anybody who she's gonna talk to.
Right.
You're not
part
a
of the
keeper,
family?
Will.
Is Emma part of the family?
No, Emma's not part of the family.
Yeah, then why does she need to know?
Why does she need to know what?
About any of this.
Emma told me that she was told not to talk to me about anything.
Uh-huh.
So why would anybody say anything to Emma? Emma never does tell me anything. Unless it's about Winnie, that Winnie wants me to know.
So then what does it matter if she was told that?
Well, because it sounds a little fucked up to me.
Okay, so
why anybody would be telling her not to tell me anything?
Shut up. So
no, not stop.
Shut up.
Telling her not to tell me.
Shut up.
What the fuck? How the fuck did I get brought into it?
Shut up. Listen. You just said Emma doesn't tell you anything, and she doesn't need to know anything about this. And now you're saying it's fucked up that she can't tell you anything about it. So which is it?
It's fucked up.
Which
somebody is telling her not to fucking tell me anything.
But she shouldn't.
That if it's about that I should know.
No.
Why is they telling Emma not to tell me anything?
No.
And telling me why. She says that she can't tell me why. And what the fuck is that crap?
Okay, so you agree that she shouldn't tell us she shouldn't be involved in the family business, or
No, she shouldn't. She doesn't want to be.
Right, but you're also saying it's fucked up that she can't tell you about our family business.
If it's something to do with Debbie, that's information that I should know, and she knows about it, and she's the only one that can contact me for some reason, then there's no reason that she can't tell me. If somebody calls Emma and tells Emma something that happened to Debbie or something, and she's the only one that can tell me for some reason, because somebody might not be in a position where they can tell me, then there's no reason why Emma couldn't tell me. I don't know why is it that anybody has a problem with Emma, because she's Mexican?
Who the fuck said that?
Well, that seems to be the problem.
You're the only one that brings up her race, dude.
Really?
Oh, really?
Think about that.
What do you mean think about that? Thinking.
Think about that. When he brings it up all the time.
No, not that way. Not like that.
And I know when he loves Emma, and she told me I'll say that she loves Emma. Then she turns around and tells me she hates Emma. And I know how she feels about Emma.
When he loves burritos, why would she hate Mexicans?
I know she doesn't hate Emma.
Okay.
That whole thing didn't make sense.
I mean, you're not making a lot of sense. Emma shouldn't be involved, but if she wants to be, then why can't she tell me?
If she had that something's happened to be okay. and she's the only one that can get a hold of me for some reason, why wouldn't she be able to tell me?
So basically what you're saying is when you're drunk again and you're calling everyone and you can't get a hold of someone because you want information on Debbie, you'll go pester her.
What if you bring up me getting drunk?
You're the one that did it. Don't get mad. You're tripping up.
You fucking sense about that whole thing.
Alright, dude. So, do you want me to call Emma? You have to be on mute the whole time, but I'll call her if you want.
For what?
Oh my god. Alright, forget it. You don't want
What are you going to call her for?
Oh my god.
Well, call her if you want to. I don't care.
No, forget it.
I'm trying to figure out why the whole fucking thing was even said.
I don't know. But I can tell you it wasn't Debbie. Maybe it's because you bug her.
Bug who?
Emma.
About what?
Everything. You get drunk and you call her up and you start asking for information she probably doesn't have.
I don't call Emma hardly ever when I'm drunk anymore, and I'm not gonna get drunk anymore. So it doesn't help when you mention me getting drunk.
Oh, so because you're saying you're not going to do it anymore, therefore it's not going to happen. So I shouldn't bring it up.
Bring it up if you want. I'm just telling you, it does not
Just
help.
said not to.
I said it doesn't help when you bring it up.
Oh, okay, fair enough there, I guess. I'm just sick and tired of Winnie crying all the time. I'm sick and tired of getting calls late at night and voicemails calling me like it's happened today, and you're not even drinking apparently.
Oh, I'm not drinking. I just got home from work.
Well, evidently, you're leaving me voicemails calling me a dad or something, and
Yeah, and just because earlier you're trying to dad and tell me that maybe me and
right.
Debbie are 6 weeks apart. It's not for you to say.
Right, Lauren, do you understand the hypocrisy in that? Do you understand that you try and control everyone else's relationships, but when it comes to you,
No.
everyone needs to shut up?
I'm not trying to control yours and Winnie's relationship.
You have.
No, I have not. I'm trying to help you guys out.
Right, maybe I'm trying to help you guys out.
What kind of help would it be, me and her spending a few weeks apart?
She gets time to rest and heal.
I'm trying to take
without
myself
being
out of the...
Okay, I won't give you an answer then.
I'm trying to take myself out of the picture so that you and Winnie can get closer to each other.
Right. So
she can,
as I was saying,
she can not feel with the way about me that she feels.
Right. So as I was saying, the reason that it might help for you to leave Debbie alone for a couple weeks or whatever is so that she can recover in peace without having to deal with your baby boy tantrums when you're not getting attention from her, so she can heal without being stressed out with a guy calling her non-fucking stop.
I've called her twice today.
Okay, do you fail to see the point?
I do fail to see the point. I'm not trying to stress her out.
Oh, you don't?
I'm not trying to stress her out.
When you're calling her
fucked up
15,
shit like this
16 times and calling everyone you know that could get in contact with her and bugging them late at night just so you can hear that the one day you didn't hear from her that she was sleeping all day. Good job. You pissed everyone off that you know just to get that information. Good job, Lauren.
That's amazing how I just turned out to be a fucking bad guy.
Yeah, play the victim.
No, I know what.
You're a martyr, right?
And everybody's so innocent.
Yeah, because we didn't contact you, so we're the problem. It's not the guy that got drunk and harassed everyone.
I'm not gonna say I didn't do my part. I did my part.
Yeah, you just did. You just tried to deny it.
No, I did not, Will. I didn't deny it. I didn't deny it, Will. I didn't deny that I was an asshole.
No, you just tried to flip it so that it was a woe is me. Oh, everyone else is innocent. Yeah, we were. Hate to break it to you, pal. Everyone was innocent in there.
So it would hurt somebody to give me a call back.
They were busy. She was asleep. Do you really need a fucking text message bugging everyone all day to say she was asleep all day? Maybe Victor was out busy. Me and Winnie aren't there. How are we gonna fucking know? You're not entitled to everyone's time at your demand. Okay?
I understand that.
No, you don't.
I apologize to everybody because I can't help but be fucking paranoid because that piece of shit being there.
No, okay.
Being close to there.
You apologize to
fucking
everybody
even giving
because
up.
you're going to get cut off, is what it is.
You what?
You apologize to everyone because you got caught and you're going to get cut off from information. So you apologize so people would start talking to you again.
No,
get information about
from
Debbie.
what information?
About Debbie.
Jesus Christ.
Like, do you think we don't know your game? Do you think we're all stupid?
What's my game?
Your game is to contact people when you can't get information from Debbie to get information about Debbie. And you'll feign like you care about what's going on. You'll be like, oh, what's going on?
About how she's doing and what's going on
You
with
let me finish?
Go ahead.
Okay, so this is what you do. Let's just say you're calling me. Hey, Will, how's it going? Oh, it's pretty good, Lauren. What's up? Yeah, so you heard from Debbie? How's Debbie doing? And then you go,
So I
I'll
wanna
say, I don't
know.
know. So then I say, I don't know. Then you call Winnie up. Hey, Winnie, how's it going? Pretty good. Yeah, you heard from Debbie today? And then she doesn't have information. So then you call Emma and you
so
go,
you guys
hey, Emma,
do-
how's it going? Good. Hey, you heard from Debbie today?
You guys think that just because I want to know how Debbie's doing, that I'm just trying to use you for information for Debbie, that I don't actually want something to do with you guys.
How does it not come off that way?
Well, it's not meant to come off that way because I do want something to do with you guys.
Doesn't feel that way from us.
Well, I can understand that. I certainly apologize for that.
We're not tools to relieve the discomfort of your insecurities.
That's not what I ever wanted you guys to feel like.
Well, that's how we all feel. I didn't talk to Emma, but guess what? It seems like she's coming to the same conclusions I am. What does that tell you?
Jesus Christ.
When do you look in the mirror and look on yourself? When does that happen? When do you stop making excuses and push it off on everybody else?
I never knew that I was making everybody feel that way. I never gave it a thought. I never gave it a thought that everybody...
Because you're selfish.
That I don't just wanted... No.
Yeah.
I'm far from selfish.
If you're far from selfish, then why did it take Debbie to make you realize to stop pouring out fucking water and bringing it in for money? Why are you deciding to give money to St. Jude's instead of paying back debts that you fucking owe? And you're only doing it before Debbie. It's just to get Debbie's attention.
No, it's not to get Debbie's attention.
Yes, it is. Were you going to donate to St. Jude's because you were, if you weren't talking to Debbie? No.
I've donated to him before.
Doesn't matter, Lauren. I've taken a shit outside before. Doesn't mean I'm going to do it every day.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not selfish.
I'm telling you right now, you are.
I might have certain ways that I am,
Okay, so
but that I haven't given it a lot of thought. But maybe that's because I'm worried about being in a position that I don't want to be in again.
okay, so here's another example. Well, not another example. So if you weren't talking to Debbie, you'd still be pouring out water and getting the money for the bottles, right? You'd be wasting that water, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would be.
That's selfish.
It is selfish. But
Okay,
I
you just
wanna
said you were
think
far
that-
from selfish.
I'm not gonna say that's selfish and everything.
I can't hear you. You're breaking up. Your connection is shit.
I know. It's the area.
What
Alright,
made
how's
you get
that?
drunk the other night? Selfishness.
Yep, selfishness. boredom. It was stupid.
Okay, again, I'm far from selfish. You just admitted 3 times you were selfish. So, like, what is
say
it?
that I'm perfect,
10
Will.
strikes before you are selfish, so that makes you far from it because you have 3 or something?
I didn't say that I was perfect.
I never said that either. I'm not. I threw coffee in my wife's face, okay? Fish.
But
I broke a man's dick in the door. I'm not perfect, okay?
I never
Don't
meant for
say
anybody to feel like I was using them.
Everyone feels that way, buddy.
I get a lot of apologies to make and different ways of doing things. I don't see everything that I'm doing. I'm
Clearly.
not gonna lie. I'm worried about Debbie and
Do you know why,
I want
Lauren?
to know about her.
You know why you can't see that? Because you're
I'm not
selfish.
wasn't looking at it. Yeah, it was a selfish move.
Okay, so then how can you sit here and say you're so far from selfish?
Well, probably because I do other things for people.
Who cares? It doesn't matter. If you're acting, if you're so hyper-focused on something and you're damaging all your other relationships because of it, doesn't that make you selfish? It doesn't matter what you do outside of that. I pretend to be you during blowjobs. I'm not perfect, okay?
So the places that I'm not selfish doesn't count for anything.
No, not when you're selfish. Not when you're damaging everyone else around you. Just because you may have given water one time to some fucking shelter. Or you help your mom do something. That doesn't... It's not like a tit-for-tat thing. It's not just because you helped your mom take the trash out doesn't mean that you berating everyone drunk in the middle of the night square like they're even, they balanced out. That's not how it works. And you can't do anything without bragging about it. Again, I've had to deal with Winnie crying for 2 days in a row now because of your selfishness.
How am I selfish with Winnie?
Are you kidding me? She wanted to marry you and you started dating her sister and you think it just should be cool. And I swear to God, Lord, I swear to God, if you say right now, she wanted me to, I'm going to fly to Maine and punch you in the balls.
Listen, Will. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that she did not tell me that. She told me that.
It doesn't matter. People say things like that. Doesn't mean they're being honest, Lauren. Just like when you said you're going to quit
So everybody
drinking.
wants me to be honest, but they're not being honest.
Oh my God, Lauren. Give me a break.
That didn't make any sense.
What didn't make sense? That just because other people don't tell the truth, you don't have to either? Like, give me, like, are you fucking serious?
So I'm the only one that has to tell the truth.
Oh, that sounds pretty selfish.
That's what you just said.
Yeah, and it's selfish. The fact that you're doing things based on what other people do, it's pretty stupid, Lauren. Be your own person.
I'm not trying to do things based on what other people do. But
Then stop
everybody
using it as
expects
an
me.
excuse.
Well, everybody's trying to point out my faults when they're not looking at their own.
Who gives a shit? Worry about yourself.
Well, that's every time I worry about myself, I get help for it anyway.
Oh my God.
I'm not trying to be selfish. And I apologize to everybody for making it come off that way.
Okay, Lauren, the fact that you're not trying to be selfish and you act this way is fucking terrifying. Because it is so selfish.
You and Winnie know that I love spending time on the phone with you guys. You got the fun in you, fun.
Yeah, we know we're fun.
And I enjoy spending time with you and Winnie.
We're the life of the party. You know who isn't?
You're fucking
You.
hilarious. Like, you're fun to be around.
Yeah, I know. And guess
So
what?
I
Lauren? We
enjoy
like you.
spending time with you.
Yeah, we like you. We like spending time with you. But guess what? You're an asshole.
I know I'm not perfect.
Again, I pretend to be you
just
during
not seeing all
blowjobs.
my
I'm not
faults.
either. It doesn't matter. You're so self-centered, and you just don't give a shit about anything else except for yourself, that you don't care that it hurts everyone around you. I have to say good in you when I come with Vinny. That's...
How am I supposed to do anything about that? That's not my fault.
Right, but you see how selfless I am? I'm pretending to be you during that. I don't want to. I don't want to say good in you.
You tell her that?
No. Because I care about her
Why?
feelings.
Well, yeah, but what about your feelings?
They're fine.
She's sacrificing the way you feel to make her feel better like she's with me. That's not right for you.
When you'll ask me how
You
it
need to
feels,
tell
I
her
have
how
to say
you
good in
feel.
you. I have to say that every time.
Tell her how you feel.
Well, it is good, but I just
She's
don't
already
want to
told me she's in love with you.
Anyways, what I was saying was, I don't want her to be talking to you if it's just going to end up with her in tears every fucking time. It's ridiculous, man.
I know it's ridiculous. I don't want that either.
Yeah,
I don't want her in tears.
Well, then stop being an asshole. Stop being
But I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything today to even promote that.
Okay, maybe not today. Again, I said unintentionally you did it today. But the time before that, you did. You were an asshole. You were a selfish asshole. You made her cry. You made LJ cry in proxy. And then I had to deal with all the fucking fallout. And you just disappeared and went off and yelled and cried at the next person. Do you know what some people would call that? Selfish.
So I'll just stop asking Winnie about Debbie.
That'd be a good start, yeah. I mean, do whatever you want because you think you can delete it with an apology later.
No, that's not the way I am.
Yeah, it is.
I never mentioned Debbie once to Winnie today. And she started crying.
Okay, we're not talking about today. We already went over that. Winnie told me you promised to stop drinking at least 4 times a month for a whole year you were with her. Four-inch penis, 4.5 if you stretch it out. That's all she talks about.
Huh?
I don't know.
Oh, God. I'm serious about quitting drinking, Will.
Lauren.
It's not easy.
Lauren.
It's not easy when you're not... Well, maybe I am selfish. And part of my selfishness because I've never had anybody bear down on me like Debbie's doing. And it's...
Lauren, she makes me bend it in half so it's the same size as yours. It hurts.
She don't know what size mine is.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she has, based on all of the pictures, but...
So what's she going to do? Put her finger up to it and measure it by her finger? She doesn't know how big mine is.
I think she does, Lauren.
No, she don't.
Are you sure? It's a finger and a half. It's a half of a finger.
It's a picture. You can't tell from pictures.
It's like, what, 4.5?
Personal information. I don't ask how big yours is. I don't need to know.
I mean, I'll tell you, I don't give a shit.
I don't need to know. That does nothing for me at all.
It does nothing for me to know that you're 4.5, but the fact that you just giggled and said I'm not going to tell you proves that it is.
It proves that I don't need to tell you.
Yeah, that's boring.
That's what it proves.
You're right. She doesn't know how big it is. She knows how small it is.
That's right. There you go.
Anyways, this is getting off topic here.
It is.
I just want to have a laugh.
I do want to quit drinking, Will.
That's great.
I'm gonna do it this time. I'm not gonna let anybody down this time, especially myself and Debbie.
Well, you know what they say, Lauren. Talk is cheap.
Down the other day. I know talk is cheap.
Lauren Will makes money, right?
I know talk is cheap. I'm gonna bear down on myself and do it. I'm tired of disappointing myself. I'm tired of disappointing Debbie. Tired of disappointing everybody around me that encourages me to do it.
Now here's the thing with that, Lauren, right? You went to AA, right? And I'm assuming you had to announce that you were an alcoholic while you were there, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you did all that, and within 24 hours, you were drinking again.
Yeah, I know.
And you tried to lie to me about it, even though you think you're smarter than me. Or, I should say, you think you're smarter than everyone else, and you think that people can't tell when you're drunk. But we can. We can.
Well, I know when you can.
I can, Lauren, and I barely talked to you. I knew you were drunk the second we started talking. You kept feeding me bullshit until I got it out of you. And then I said, well, you must have drove home, right? And you said, nope, Wendy drove me home. And Winnie's told me about Tony and Wendy, and I know for a fact that would never fucking happen. So what makes you think I would have bought that?
I know. I was drunk. I was full of shit.
Yeah, that's great, but see, you lied to your friend twice. Right? How's that make me feel?
I know. I'm sorry for lying to you.
Well, I know that Winnie had to deal with a year of that kind of shit, right? And she still cares about you, which is mind-blowing to me. And you still just call her up drunk and give her shit. Like the other night when you're screaming at her because she wouldn't give you information about Debbie. So what should we do? Because when... What?
Me and Winnie had a pretty rocky road.
Yeah, I know. So what are we supposed to do? Because when you get drunk, and I hate to say this to you, buddy, but I am assuming we're going to get drunk phone calls within a month or two. So when that happens, okay, let's say if that happens, right, and you're drunk, and you're drunk dialing everyone, and we don't answer, and you're just leaving us voicemails, and we're not answering because you now know how we feel about it. Are you going to continue to keep calling, or are you just gonna realize when you're drunk that you're being an asshole?
You're not going to get drunk calls in the next month.
I said in the next couple months, but I'm just saying.
Or in the next couple months either.
Okay, Lauren, if it happens, we're saying what if now. Like, what if your mom didn't swing from vines in the jungle, okay? What if?
There's no what if. I can't give you a what if it hasn't happened. And I don't plan on it happening.
It's not hard. Watch this.
I'm going to do everything I can to make it not happen.
What if your mom didn't climb the Empire State Building, you know? What if?
I don't know. Why is it you guys gotta keep saying that?
What are you talking about?
Referring to her as a gorilla.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
You know how upset I understand Winnie's way of explaining it, but still, to call my mom a gorilla, I don't like that.
Well, people say lions are the kings of the jungle, but it's really the gorilla. They're the strongest of all the apes.
Yeah, but my mom is a person. She's a human being, not a gorilla.
Lauren, it's a motherly figure, a strong one, physically.
I know, but I still don't like her being called a gorilla.
Why? Who cares? I call my mom a giraffe all the time, to her face.
Well, that's you. That's not the way I was raised, though. It's not the way I was brought up to refer to people as animals.
Okay. Anyways, here's a what if for you. And I don't have to, like, it doesn't happen. What if Winnie came home right now and she had a bag of trash? What would I do? Of course, I'm going to, like, throw it on her and we're going to have sex, right? I don't have to think, oh, it hasn't happened yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, but I know I'm not going to drink.
You know that for a fact.
I know that for a fact.
Do you want to make a bet on that?
Yep.
Okay. If you drink within the next month, you can't talk to Debbie ever again.
Well, that's something that Debbie would have to agree to.
No.
Yeah.
No. This is a gentleman's agreement. She doesn't have to know. You just disappear into the shadows and the darkness. Darkness, everybody, darkness.
No, I wouldn't do that to her. This is a bet that has to be between me and you.
Well, I'd say, buddy, you got nothing to offer me, so. You've got nothing I want.
Something.
You've got nothing I want.
You got a banana on top of the refrigerator.
I don't want a banana that's black, and you're going to send it, it's going to be even more black when it gets here. Quite
yellow right now.
Did you get it from your mom?
You funny, Will.
Do you want to give it to your mom?
Well,
I'm not going to make a bet when there's no stakes, Lynn.
betting somebody else's feelings on it is not something that I'm going to bet with. I can tell you right now, I'm not going to drink.
Again, talk is cheap. You said that before. You went to AA, and you wrecked that in a day.
Yeah, I wrecked it in a day. Doesn't mean it's going to happen again.
But it doesn't mean it won't happen again either.
To me, it means it won't happen. So I don't want to lose what I have.
Lauren, you're a dingus and a half, and a liar, and an alcoholic. You promised to stop drinking 100 times last year. It's 2019. You're drunk.
Well, things change. People change.
Lauren, I hate to say this. You've never changed.
No, watch me go now.
Okay. I mean, if you can prove me wrong, but I have a feeling you will be the same exact Lauren Armstrong from 2016.
No, 2016. Like
Sure.
3 years ago.
Yeah, that's how much you've changed.
You didn't know me 3 years ago, did you?
No, but I'm just assuming. I think the only thing that's changed is the amount of money you have. And it's less now.
It's less now?
Yeah.
How's it less?
Well, when you told me you filed for bankruptcy.
Well, yeah, so my credit is less.
That's less money, Lauren. I could
Credit
have
is
$0 and you could have one bankruptcy. I have more money than you.
Credit is credit. You get credit doesn't mean you have money. It means you're borrowing money. It has to be paid back.
Are you paying it back?
Paying what back?
Any of your bills?
Yeah.
How long does it take
Debbie's
you to pay those
helping.
bills back?
Debbie's helping me get it all straightened out.
Right, but why do you have to have Debbie do that for you? Why can't you do it? You're an adult.
Well, I used to do it before.
Right, and that's why the furnace
then-
man got paid when? When he told me about him.
Isn't this fucked up that everybody's knowing about my finances? I don't know shit about anybody else's. You know why? 'Cause it's none of my business.
Well, Winnie never shuts up about you, so I know
There's
everything.
only one person. There's only one person I need to discuss my finances with, and that's Debbie.
Oh, so you don't like it when people talk behind your back, right? About you.
Talking behind my back, but it doesn't mean that I need them to mention it to me. I talk about it with Debbie, and she's the only one that I need to talk to about.
Right, you talk to Debbie about Winnie, and you talk to Winnie about Debbie, and you talk to Winnie about Emma, and you talk to Emma about Winnie and Debbie. You talk to everyone about Angelo.
Well, among my friends, I didn't think. I didn't get anything when I talk about people.
Right, but you don't like when it's done to you.
Well, it depends on what it's about.
Right, if it's good things, you don't give a shit, right? But as soon as something negative comes up, then it's bad, and you don't want it to happen.
Well, if it's negative things, I want to know about it.
Right, well, people do tell you about it, and then you hang up, or you say this doesn't happen, or you don't remember it, or you're far from that thing. Kind of like the selfish conversation we had earlier. Or you talk about how everyone's pointing out all the bad things and not the good things, and remember, like when I told you were selfish and made Winnie cry, and you said, oh, and everyone else is just doing whatever they want, and I'm such a bad person. You don't like hear what's being said, you just know it's a negative, and you start getting defensive instead of listening. Bless you. Bless you.
I know I get defensive.
Yeah.
That's because of the internet bullshit.
Right, but we're not the internet bullshit. We're just your friends talking to you.
Well, I know it doesn't mean that my head doesn't sometimes go back to the internet.
Right, but here's the thing, Lauren, is you
It doesn't
lie to
at all.
people. You lie and you change your stories to other people, and you just think that they don't talk to each other. And then when the stories get back and the truth comes out and you're confronted with it, you go, what? You know? And then you just expect us to just deal with it.
Okay, but you're talking about how honest everybody is with me. And how I'm not honest with everybody. Everybody knows what I look like.
What does looks have to do with telling the truth, Lauren?
Because people hide themselves from me. Some fucked up reason. They
Lauren,
don't want to show me who they are.
why do you want to know what people look like? How does that change the interactions that are happening?
Why
Right now?
wouldn't I want to know? I
How
want to
does
know what Winnie looked like for a year.
How does it change what we're talking about right now?
For about 9 months, Winnie
Lauren.
was the Pepsi girl.
Okay, great.
And I didn't even know who the
Yeah,
hell the Pepsi girl was. Emma had to tell me who that was.
Yeah, that's funny shit. I'm sorry, Lauren, but Pepsi Girl is funny, okay? And you printed off a quarter of her face to jerk off with, okay? It happened. Just admit it.
Pepsi girl wasn't funny when I had to go to class and tell her about the girl I've been talking to for the last year, and it winds up
Lauren,
being somebody else.
hey, Lauren, here's an idea. Don't tell your class every fucking thing about your life. Then
But
you don't get embarrassed with Pepsi
It's
Girl.
not like I have a choice.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't have a choice.
You go to class and you say, hey, I went to work, I drive truck. I went to my mom's, I took some of her food. Debbie
Debbie and
Barely
you
gave
are
my
the
dog's
only ones
attention. Boom,
Debbie and you are the only ones that I have not told the class anything about yet.
Yeah, so if you can
And
do
I'm
that,
supposed to.
why could you not
Because I'm supposed
say
to tell them
about...
about people that are in my life.
Right, so if you cannot tell them about Debbie and I for this long, then why couldn't you have not told them about Pepsi Girl?
Well, because a year ago that was different. Things were a lot different then. I was new to
Were
that
they?
class, and I had a new probation officer, and her supervisor was new. I was all fucked up then.
Oh, so you're trying to impress them? Is that what it was?
I was trying to behave myself.
Were you being Have, or what?
I was being Have.
Lauren, I think you're failing to see the point. It's not lying if you omit information. Sort of.
Yeah, sort of.
Well, to them,
And
like, if they don't know about Debbie, and they didn't know about Debbie, how does that affect them? If they said, hey, are you seeing anyone? And you said, yeah, Debbie, then maybe, but you don't have to open it up for the conversation to that. Anyways, what I was saying was, what does we look like have to affect you and trust and all that bullshit? Because I'll tell you this, like, you sit here and you say, you know,
What is the big deal about showing me who you are?
right, but what's the big deal without telling the truth, Lauren? Because you don't. You still lie about things that everyone's caught you in, and you still won't admit it.
Isn't that part of telling the truth?
Okay, did you hear
Letting
what I
your
just
friend
said,
know
or
who
did
you are?
ignore it?
No, I'm not ignoring it. That's why I just said what I said.
What are you talking
People
about?
have no reason to. People have no reason to hide themselves from me.
I'm pretty sure she's showing you a picture of me as well.
No, I've never seen a picture of you. I was waiting for Debbie to show me a picture of her, 'cause she wanted her to be the one to show me.
Okay, so then that's on Debbie.
Instead, Winnie showed me, and I don't even know if Winnie sent me an honest picture of Debbie.
Is she wearing a
She
cutoff
spent-
shirt with jeans and her legs are spread?
Winnie, yeah. Debbie sent me that picture
Yes.
of Winnie, the one on the steps. Or whatever it was. I think it was on the steps. That was Winnie. Other than a couple of pictures that Emma showed me, those are the first pictures of Winnie that I've gotten since I've known her that were honest pictures of Winnie. Well, the picture of Debbie that Winnie sent me, I don't know if that's Debbie or not, because Winnie spent so long showing me other pictures of her, of herself, that weren't her.
Okay. Well, I know Winnie sent you a picture of the Dragon Balls chick. She showed it to me and I laughed.
The Dragon Ball chick.
Yeah.
With a drawing,
Yeah.
that's the only pictures that Winnie sent me. That drawing and the one that looks exactly like that drawing of an actual
Yeah.
person. And so it's not even Debbie.
Yeah, it's an actress.
Yeah, see? See what I'm saying?
Here's Jamie Brule.
Here I still have it on my phone thinking that was Debbie.
Okay,
It's fucked
so...
up.
Okay,
There's
so...
no
Lauren-
reason for that.
So, Lauren... I get what you're saying there, okay? But what I'm trying to say is... what we look like, right, doesn't affect the stuff that you lie about, that you've been caught in, and you still won't admit. Everyone
doesn't
has
affect that.
heard, everyone knows about the Rhoda shit, and you still deny. You still make up these stupid stories about how you were trying to get her away from drugs. No one believes that shit, dude. No one. No one has phone sex with someone to get them away from drugs. Come on. You see what I'm saying, though? Rhoda used to try and blow me every day, Lauren. That's why Winnie divorced me. I didn't do it. But she thought I did. No. She didn't think I did. That's fucked up. I shouldn't say that. She thought Rhoda was going to do something to me in my sleep, so she wanted me out of the house. That's why we got divorced. Still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't like talking about Rhoda.
Yeah, I bet you don't, but it makes you uncomfortable, and that's why you lie about it.
I've told Debbie everything.
I don't think you told Debbie the truth.
I know I told Debbie the truth.
So you told Debbie that you were attracted to her and you were going to start a relationship with Rhoda?
Yeah. I told Debbie everything.
I don't believe you did. I'm pretty sure that would stick out to her in her memory.
I believe I did, and I believe if people keep pushing me and pressing me for all kinds of truth of it when they don't fucking tell the truth themselves.
Okay, here we go. We're right back to this one.
Yeah, because it's going to cause issues. I'm tired of fucking issues being caused.
Right, see, you're backed into a corner.
I'm tired of goddamn drama.
Like a scared animal, okay? Calm
Well,
down.
I'm tired of the fucking drama.
Take a breath. This isn't drama. This is your actions coming
It's
back
drama.
on you. You can't hide like a coward, okay?
There's no hiding like a coward.
Chill out, baby.
I told Debbie about everything. I don't need to keep fucking rehashing it with everybody.
Okay, so you told Debbie. Let's call her up and see if you actually did.
I did.
Okay, let's call her up.
Why, to stress her out right now?
Let's call her up.
To stress her out right now?
You're so honest with her, right? So you should have no problem with calling her and asking her this question, right?
She already talked to Winnie about it before. Winnie told me today that she talked to her about it.
Deflection. Are we calling her or not?
Because I know Debbie's sleeping.
How do you know
She doesn't
that?
want to be stressed out. Because Debbie told me that she was taking a nap.
Okay, so if we call her, she
Before
won't
she
wake
even,
up, right?
go ahead and call her.
All right, let's call her. We're calling Debbie.
Go ahead.
All right,
Go
hold
ahead.
on. Debbie?
Hey!
Debbie's just...
What up?
Oh, can you ask her a question for me when she wakes up?
Yeah.
Can you ask her if Lauren told her the truth about Rhoda and that he wanted a relationship with her and to sleep with her?
Man, Rhoda told me all about that, man. That's fucked up. Oh, Lauren was gonna move her into the trailer and fuck her all good. Rhoda was all happy and shit.
Yeah, I know. We all know that. Apparently he told Debbie this too, but I have a feeling he did.
She was legal, man, but I didn't ever want to touch it because I was, like, not attracted to it also because of the disease and I got the HIV.
You don't have to tell everyone that, Victor, unless you are sleeping with them.
I'm positive, I'm proud. I just want people to know because when he said if I sneezed it on somebody, they would die instantly.
That's not how it works, but...
Really?
Yeah, she's just fucking with you, Victor.
Oh, man. She's a liar, huh? Just like that time she told me she wanted a picture of that lady that I went in to go see her at the stripping club from the Dragon Balls.
Well, she did want a picture of that.
Yeah, I know. I got it for her. And even the painting that I did, I'm a painter.
Yeah, no, you're very talented, Victor.
Thank you, man. I drawed it a picture of you, but Winnie didn't like it because I gave a picture of you with the hair on it, and she wanted it to look like Lauren with no hair.
Yeah, that sounds like her.
Then I erased it, and the head was a flat like a Frankenstein.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, man.
You should mail it out. I'll pay for it.
Alright, man. I'll do it. You know what I'll do? I'll roll it up. And then I'll put it in a frames for you when I get back to Cali. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a lot of shit like Lauren did to have a yard sale. And then whatever I do sell, I am gonna make it into a frame. It's called a trash frame for the trash princess.
Yes, exactly. Trash Princess would love that.
Why is Debbie so disappointing right now? She was asleep and then she waked up and she looked it around and a little bit of a pre-comes came out of her eye and she went back to sleep.
Wait, pre-come out of her eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like,
yeah.
Like the eye water, man, whatever it is.
Yeah, I think maybe someone's disappointing her. I don't know.
Like a tears in, I don't know, a tear? A tear?
Yeah, she was tearing?
Yeah. Like from the eye, it's a tear.
Okay, Victor. Well, just ask her that when she wakes up and tell her to text me the answer.
She said, I wish I would just get better so I can go do everything for myself and not have everybody try to do everything for me. That's what she don't like.
Yeah, I know she doesn't. I know she probably hated us all being there before, but we were asked to watch over her, so we did it.
Angelo came over to the hospital. And I called it the security guy. But it wasn't even Angelo. It was just some other guy who looked like him, and he got beaten up for nothing.
Oh, aren't you getting in trouble?
Yeah, it was an accident. I had to talk to the police about making a falsified rapport. They were like, it's cool, man. You were just trying to protect your friend. I said, I know. It was an accidental. It was funny though. They beat him up really good.
Yeah, I'm sure. Should get off the hook. He's not dead, right?
Nah, they just put him on the ground and kicked his face in a little bit.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Alright, Victor, I gotta go.
Hey, Will, one more thing, man.
Yeah?
Winnie showed me a picture of your dick.
Sounds like Winnie.
Alright, bye.
Okay, bye. Oh, Lauren, I guess it's a ticking clock now.
Doesn't matter to me. I already know that she knows.
Right, and if she doesn't know that information, then what?
She knows that information already. I already told her.
Do you remember when we were... Okay, alright, we'll see. I have a feeling you didn't. I feel like you had some warped version of the story where you were protecting her from drugs and Gigi, and you decided to cave and do it that way.
I'm going to tell you, Will.
I'm right.
I told her the same story.
What story? That one?
That one, and I told her that I was attracted to Rhoda too. That Rhoda sent me a naked picture of her. And I told her that I sent a naked picture of me to Rhoda. And I was attracted to her. And that I was going to move Victor and Rhoda up here. But I pleaded with Debbie to please come back because of what Winnie was doing to Rhoda.
Right, did you tell your class that?
Why are you going in places you don't need to go?
Because you just sat here and grandstanded about how you have to tell your class everything.
But then you tell me that I don't need to tell them everything.
Right. So you determine what is being able to be told. So we have to be 100% truthful for you, but you can just omit details that you don't find pertinent. Clearly, this freshly 18-year-old you're going to move up there. You're not telling your class that, right? But you got to tell your class about Debbie and Winnie and me and how we look and all this other bullshit.
I don't have to tell them how you look.
Right.
That's just from my knowledge. 'Cause I like to know what my friends look like.
Okay, well, you mentioned the
I don't
class when
understand
you were
what the
talking about
hiding
that
is.
earlier.
I don't understand what the hiding is.
What do you mean? Okay, whatever, Lauren. Don't sit here and, like, talk down to me about how you have to tell your class everything. You have to be honest and truthful, and it's hard for you to not, but you'll omit, like, you won't tell them that. You won't tell them the entire Rhoda story, but you're fine telling them everything else.
Because it was just talk. It didn't happen.
Oh, right. Okay, that's how it works. Pictures are just talk, right?
I'm not going to say you're not bringing across some points, because you are.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that. I know.
I'm just trying to figure out why you're trying to dig into me so much.
Right. Again, we were talking about you and your selfishness and, like, all this stuff. This was a point I had, but, you know, we got off topic a bit because that's what you do. You deflect. We move on to a new topic so it doesn't seem like we were talking about that anymore. Because trust me, there's something I could bring up right now and I haven't.
What's that? I knew it'd be something else.
No, I'm not going to bring it up. But it has something very similar to do with Rhoda.
What? The brownie?
What?
The brownie?
No, not the brownie, but that's a story for another day. That's a conversation.
It's a conversation that shouldn't even happen. Because I didn't know that there was any pill inside the brownie.
Right, but
again, I thought the brownie was sitting on.
Okay, here's a great example.
A little table.
Okay, Lauren, here's a great example. We started this conversation with you dictating to me that I'm not allowed to make decisions for Debbie and your relationship, right? So why were you able to make the decision that Rhoda could eat her mother's brownie? That's not your place to say.
Okay, because I thought it was just a brownie. I thought it was a brownie sitting on it and sitting on the table.
Lauren, doesn't matter. You're dictating something for someone, and you have no reason to be doing so. You don't have that right to do.
She asked me if she could have a bite of the brownie.
And you should say, it's your mother's, ask your mother. Right?
Yeah, I should have.
Yeah, and you didn't. But it's okay
I didn't,
for you
because
to do that. It's okay.
I figured it was just a brownie, and there was no harm in her having a bite of a brownie.
Right, you've made that point 6 times now. I don't care about it.
Well, I do care about that point because
you're missing my point. You're missing my point completely. So you can do something where you have no place doing it, but when I say something just offhanded, recommended maybe to not talk to Debbie, you fly off the handle and you leave voicemails and say it's not my place to do this, that, and the other. Do you get it? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you have a shovel? Can you dig it?
It's kind of a bit different, isn't it, when you're dictating how Debbie's life is going to go with her.
I'm not dictating her life. I'm saying, hey, maybe you guys shouldn't talk for a while. I didn't say, Debbie, do this. I said, hey, maybe you guys shouldn't talk for a while. That's all that I said today.
Yeah, but where did that come from?
What do you mean, where did it come from? Because Winnie was crying, and I said, you two should take some time apart. And then I thought, okay, you know what? Those two have stressed each other out, Debbie and Lauren. Maybe they should take some time out, too. Everyone can cool off, come back with a clear head, maybe not be drunk, you know? Came from a very reasonable place. Wasn't me dictating or Hitlering my way through your relationship, okay? Came from me caring about my sister-in-law and my wife.
Or maybe I should just talk to Debbie, just Debbie for a while. Give everybody else a break from me.
Right, sure. I mean, I think you should give Debbie a break, too, until she's healed up, because you stress her out constantly with your constant pestering while she's trying to recover. That's just my opinion.
Well,
and I know you're going to say I have no place to say yada yada, right?
I'm not going to stress her out.
Right, because you haven't yet, right? Oh, wait, yes, you have.
Me stressing her out is all going to change.
Right, just like the time before, and the time before, and the time
Oh,
before.
I know. I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't you maybe show a little faith?
Well, because it's a reoccurring theme, Lauren, where you promise things and never come through. So why would I think this time is any different than every other time? Alarm.
Have a little faith.
Lauren, again, I've heard the whole year you talked to Winnie. I know all the stories. She told me. I have no faith.
Me and Winnie were
Completely
quite a different
right?
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
That was a completely different situation. Because Winnie was doing drugs all the time.
Right, and you weren't?
I wasn't doing drugs. I was drinking.
Alcohol's a drug, Lauren.
Yeah, I was drinking.
Yeah, so
On
then
the
you were
weekend.
doing drugs.
Winnie was doing harder drugs than alcohol.
What does it matter? So, why do you always have to be better than her? Why do you always think you're better?
I'm not better than her. I don't
Stop
think
acting
I'm better than her.
Stop acting like it.
I'm not acting like it.
Yeah, you are.
Winnie's stressed
Winnie was
me
on
out quite a
drugs.
bit.
You were on
I
drugs.
was
She was
always-
on harder drugs. Whoa, I'm better. I win. Less drugs.
Oh, Jesus, bro.
That's what you're doing, Lauren. Like, do you understand when you say those things? That's how it comes across. Do you think? Do you filter things when you say stuff? Do you think about how other people might perceive what you're saying?
Evidently not, because you're pointing out everything that's possibly could be wrong with someone.
Right. We're playing the martyr again.
No, I just pointed it out.
Right. I was just pointing out things too. But, you know.
I was just explaining to you about me and Winnie. It was very stressful with Winnie.
Uh-huh. Well, it's funny that you should say that because you act almost the exact same way with Debbie now. And it's less, quote, stressful than Winnie, but you're still acting the exact same way. So how is it any different? You're still hammering her with calls. You're still dictating who and she can and cannot talk to. Before we found out how a creep Angelo was, you were already telling her he needs to go away. And that's before he was a creep. You made me and Winnie watch her and didn't think about how it would affect our lives at all. We just had to sit in and watch her for you. Ever since Angelo came into the picture, you've just been non-stop with the, I need to know what's going on. That's the only reason you want to know what's going on, is to make sure he's not around. That's it.
Well, yeah, because look what he's done to her already.
Right, but she has a restraining order, right?
Yeah, and he's already tried to break it.
Okay, but has he gotten to her? No. Don't you think that if that were to happen, she might contact you and say, hey, he showed up again, but I'm okay? Why do you have to pester her every hour and say, hey, is he there? Why can't you let her come to you with that information? You didn't even think that when he had to go back to her hospital where her daughter died, and she almost died. She had dialysis. You forgot about that. We were just supposed to sit there and wait until, she died in the room watching her sister.
I already told Winnie I thought she was doing dialysis right in Florida.
Right, so why
I
would
thought she
you
was doing it in
assume
Florida before.
Why would you assume?
Wasn't she doing it? Because she was doing it in Florida before when she was in the hospital, wasn't she? In Florida?
But she moved back to California, right? So she's at a new
Yeah,
hospital in California getting it done. Why would she just be able to go back to Florida and be like, hey, it's me. I haven't been here in a month. Give me dialysis now.
Well, I kind of figured that
Do you remember?
they'd be able to fit her in there. I didn't know that they weren't able to, that you had to have residence.
Right, remember when I
You
told
told
you
me
I
that you had
assumed
to have
things?
residence. I didn't know
And
that.
you said that I shouldn't assume things about you. You remember that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I assumed it, and I shouldn't have.
Yeah, and like you get mad at Angelo because he broke the restraining order, but you broke your promises to her too, so how are you any better than him, other than not physically assaulting her?
I know I got some
promises
straightening out.
mean shit to her, right?
I know I have some straightening out to do, Will.
Uh-huh.
And I'm working on it.
Do you know that when he told me you
I
had a
am
similar
trying.
conversation with her when you were dating? And guess what? You didn't straighten out. I don't care how crazy Winnie was, what she did. That's what you signed up for.
I did. I signed up for the winning. I stuck in there, too.
Yeah, and you didn't straighten out at all.
I'm straightening out now. I'm
Right.
straightening out now. Regardless of what you say right now,
Okay.
I'm keeping my head on the straight path.
Okay,
I'm
Lauren.
going to keep it that way.
So, Lauren, you've said that before. I'm just going to say that. And I'm also going to say, how long until the, quote, boredom sets in that you're at Walmart looking for honeydew and you get beer and go to Tony's?
It's not going to happen.
We'll see.
I know I say the same thing. It's not going to happen. That's all I can say.
You repeat yourself
It's not
off.
going to happen. I'm going to find other things to occupy my time other than going over Tony's when I get bored.
Yeah, you should probably get a hobby or two.
I should get back into some hobbies.
Or that. Either way, you should do something that occupies your mind so that you're not thinking about Debbie 24/7 to the point where you're damaging every relationship around you. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know I'm right.
I never meant to make you guys feel like I was using you.
Well, you failed miserably.
No, I certainly apologize for that. It's not the way I ever wanted it to be.
Right, I will accept your apology until it happens again, and then I will never accept it. How about that?
That's fair.
Not really sure what else to tell you, buddy.
No. Just waiting for the next thing that I get smacked on.
Well, I mean, no offense, but it feels like you take no responsibility for anything you do. And I know what you're going to say is, I do, but you don't. You denied Rhoda up and down. Now you're finally admitting it, but you denied it for weeks, months even. I know it was recently when he brought it up to you while she was sad, and you still denied it. She was like my daughter, man. Do you know how pissed off that makes me think about when you're sending her nudes of your fucking dick? Same pictures you're sending your sister and my wife? Like, fuck you, dude.
And the part about me doing what I could to keep the road away from Gigi, yeah, that was fucking true.
Okay, so we've just gone backwards now. We made
No, we haven't gone
progress,
backwards.
and now we're back.
Well, listen. We haven't gone backwards. That's where it all started. That's where it all started with Rhoda. She was ready to walk out the door and go find Gigi.
From what I can recall, from what I've read and seen from the phone, that started before you even knew Gigi was a factor.
No, I knew when he had already told me
Lauren,
about
I'm
Gigi.
telling you, I'm looking at timestamps. It's before Gigi was a factor. You started flirting with her and sending her pictures before Gigi even was in the area.
No, Gigi was in the area.
Lauren, I am looking at timestamps. I can read when Gigi comes into the picture. I can see it. It doesn't happen until a few days, a week after you guys started talking and started acting sexual.
Well, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, my power on my headset just died.
Oh, well, I'm sure I'm going to have to repeat what I just said.
I can't repeat anything. Well, yeah, you have to because I didn't hear anything. My power on my headset just died.
I'll repeat this one more time. I'm looking at timestamps. I can see when Gigi came into the picture. You guys were talking at least a few days, a week sexually before Gigi even came into the picture about drugs and all this other shit.
I'm not going to tell you that I can remember because I can't.
Yeah, I know, but you're so adamant that it wasn't. But when evidence is put in front of you, then it's, oh, I can't remember, right?
I'm not going to tell you my memory's the greatest. It's not the greatest memory.
No, but you sure act like you know when something's happened. And then when you're confronted on it, you say, no, no, no. But then it's like, here's the evidence in front. Like, I'm looking at the evidence. And then you're like, well, I don't remember.
I don't have the evidence in front of me, so I don't remember.
So then don't act so confident in your, I knew that it was when this happened. Because it's not. No,
when Gigi came in the picture, I didn't know about Gigi. You know, it was Gigi with Rhoda before. Until it was that, well, it was Gigi. It was, I thought Rhoda was going to go and do drugs with Gigi.
Lauren, you were
I
talking...
I didn't know anything about Rhoda being pregnant by Gigi.
Lauren, you were talking sexually to her before you were going to go do drugs with her. Or before she was going to do drugs with Gigi, okay? Just fess up, man. Like, I don't understand why you got to have this work. Like, is it to make yourself feel better about it? What is it?
No, because I want to remember.
Right, you don't remember, but you're adamant about it wasn't a minute ago.
Yeah, because my memory gets mixed up sometimes. Or a lot of the time.
This is what you sent to Rhoda. A picture of your flaccid dick and balls, shaved. And it says, he is sad. He misses his baby girl.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Before Gigi...
I remember. I remember it. All right. Now I remember it. Well, what you just did brought me right back to fucking To Catch a Predator. Chris Hansen fucking reading off shit, so I don't need that bullshit.
Okay, so now we're going to get defensive. Because you got caught in
fucking right now, I get
another
defensive
line.
on that.
You are getting defensive because you got caught doing something
You're fucking right, I'm going to get defensive on it. I'm not going to feel like I'm going right back to fucking Chris Hansen again.
I'm not Chris Hansen. This isn't Chris Hansen. This was months ago.
No, but you just did exactly what he did.
So
I don't
what?
need that shit.
Oh, you don't need hard evidence thrown at you because then you can't deny it? What's your point?
Point is, I'm not gonna feel like I did back then.
Lauren, that is the most bullshit excuse I've ever heard to run from something.
It's not a matter of running. It's not.
You're running.
It's a matter of I'm not gonna feel like I did that.
You're fucking sprinting, my dude.
It's a matter of I'm not gonna feel like I did that.
if you didn't deny everything everyone else knows is the truth about you, we wouldn't have to read these things back to you.
Well, they have to. I hate having read that.
What?
I hate having read that.
That's too bad, dude, because guess what? You deny and then warp what actually happened. How long have we been sitting here talking about this? And you're like, no, it was Gigi was, and then I said, no, it wasn't. He goes, well, I don't really remember, so I read it to you, and then you get mad because I had to do that to make you realize that I'm right and you're wrong.
Well, you're right, and I'm sorry I got defensive. It brought me right back to fucking.
Well, listen, Lauren, that is who you are. You don't want to admit who and what you are. That's why they won't let you pass the class either. You think you're smarter than everyone else in the room, and you're not.
No, I don't think I'm smarter than everybody else.
Well, you certainly tried thinking you were smarter than me on that Gigi thing. I mean, you can feign ignorance and say, oh, I don't remember, but as soon as I threw proof at you, you started getting mad and defensive and telling me I needed to shut up because it reminded you of NBC. Like, give me a break.
Well, it did.
Good for you. Maybe you should, own up to what you do more. Then you won't have to have Chris Hansen-like encounters in your life. Right?
Yeah. No, I'm going to tell you you're wrong. You're right. I need to own up to what I do more.
You think of yourself a certain way, but you're not that way. Okay? You think you're a good man who just makes small mistakes and is selfless and generous and courteous and gracious, right?
That's what I thought. But
well,
you pointed out that that's not quite the way I am.
No, it's bullshit. If you would just, remember the stuff you do instead of making up stories.
I'm not going to tell you my memory doesn't get mixed up, Will. My memory does get mixed up.
Yeah, that's because you make stuff up and you lie. And you have to think about what happened when instead it should just come to you, right?
No, because I think you have to think about the order that it happened in.
Right, and you also have to siphon out your lies and push them back in to make your story work, right?
No.
Yes.
It's a matter of figuring out when it all happened.
Lauren, when we started this Rhoda conversation, you were adamant about what happened, and you have been proven wrong, and now you're saying, oh, it's my memory.
Well, it is. I'm going to tell you it's not. Right. I don't have a perfect memory, Will.
But you certainly thought you knew what happened.
I did think I knew.
I don't know. I mean, so you forget things. I'm putting that in air quotes because I don't believe it. But, that happens. And then someone says, no, Lauren, this is what happened. You go, no. No, it's not. And then they're like, well, here's the evidence. And then you go, listen, I don't want to fucking talk about this anymore. This is bullshit. So when do you ever get the truth? Do you just live in ignorance? Do you just live in this fishbowl where your thoughts are the only thing that matters, or what?
No, it's just I had a moment where I went back to sitting in front of Chris Hansen.
Right. Why don't you have a seat, Lauren?
It bothered me. Say what?
I said, why don't you have a seat?
No, I'm all set. Standing. If it makes you feel better to read it to me, then go right ahead.
I already read it to you. I only had to read one line and mention one picture, and you already knew what happened. Your story already fell apart, and you remembered exactly what happened. So why do I have to read more?
No, I don't remember exactly what happened.
You said I remember everything now when it happened. You said that.
I remember that.
No, you
I
said,
don't
oh yeah, I
remember.
remember now.
I don't remember the specifics of the times.
Okay, well, here's the specifics, because I've said it 4, 5, 6,000 times now. You got sexual with her, and then you said, don't tell your mom, and then you started saying, oh, maybe not, and then Gigi came in the picture. That's when it all happened. You had phone sex with her, I believe, before Gigi was even in the picture, but you thought it was Debbie, I believe.
Yeah, I
And then
thought
she
it was
told you
Debbie.
that. Right, right, but you still
That
texted...
was at the
Lauren,
hospital.
shut up and listen. So after that happened, right, you were texting Rhoda and she said, hey, it was me, and you started texting her sexually. That's before Gigi even happened.
Okay, that's before Gigi even happened. Okay, that was Rhoda at the hospital. Pretending like she was Debbie.
Okay, Lauren, are you listening to what I just said? Yes, you had phone sex with her and you thought it was Debbie. After that happened, you started texting Rhoda sexually, and it was Rhoda, and you knew it was Rhoda. This is all before Gigi.
So what was it that I found about Gigi?
I don't know, like a week or so after you were telling her you were going to be daddy boyfriend or prince daddy or whatever the fuck it was. Disgusting, by the way. That's my little girl you're talking to like that, you know? You'd giggle about it, say, ho, 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 don't let your mom hear that.
Must have been my service getting cut off. I had a hold of my phone. I was over by the window.
Alright, well, I don't know what you heard last, but, you know, you're just calling yourself Prince Daddy to my daughter, and it's fucking disgusting. Pretty sure that's the last thing I said.
I'm not proud of that fucking conversation, Will, right? I'm not proud of what I did with what I did with Rhoda. Any conversation I had with her, or anything I did.
Yeah, but you continue to make excuse after excuse after excuse for why you did it. When the real excuse is that you wanted to.
There was a point where I didn't want to.
Uh-huh.
I told Debbie that
Where's the bot gonna come in?
because I was attracted to Rhoda.
Uh-huh.
I'm proud of that? No, I'm not.
You shouldn't.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But I have this strong feeling, like Pee-wee with a dildo, that you told Debbie that it was all about protecting her from Gigi and it had nothing to do with your feelings for her. Or the
I did
thrill.
before. I did before, and Debbie called me out on it. I did
Uh-huh.
before, and Debbie called me out on it. And I told Debbie the truth.
You fessed
Told
up.
Debbie everything.
You didn't pull the bullshit you tried to do with me earlier?
No, I didn't. And I didn't try to pull bullshit with you earlier either.
Oh, you didn't, Mr. Oh, that's not how it happened. Oh, now I remember.
Well,
this feels like Chris Hansen.
Yeah. My memory does get fucked up sometimes, Will.
I know, and I've told you
It
why.
gets fucked up. It gets fucked up quite often. And I
Yeah.
can't do anything about that.
Well, with all the lying and all the drinking, I'm sure it's hard to keep the truth in balance, you know? You have to have a really, really good memory when you're lying all the time to keep it up. Why is he looking behind him?
Huh?
Nothing. I saw something in the newspaper. It's weird.
Notice I'm not running away from this conversation, Will. It's because I'm trying to change.
Well,
I'm
let's be honest.
trying to start doing things right.
Right. Okay, so if we're changing, let's just be honest here. You were trying to run away from this conversation earlier.
I want to.
Yeah, you were trying to, and I didn't let it.
I don't like thinking about shit that I did that I know I didn't want to do.
Oh, you didn't
And
want to do it?
when I did it.
Lauren, come on.
I knew I should have fucking said that. This fucking shit bites me in the ass every time because everybody has a fucking comment on it.
Yeah, Lauren, every time you do this and you start the whole lap about, you know, I know what I did and this and that, and then you throw in that comment of I didn't want to do it, your whole story falls apart. No one wants to hear that shit because you did want to do it. It's exactly why you did it.
I mean, that's the thing. I did want to do it, but I didn't want to do it.
Lauren, give me a fucking break.
I guess it was both.
No, it's not both. You can't want to do something and not want to do it. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Or maybe I did want to do it because it was tempting. And I didn't want to do it because I knew it was wrong. Because probably that made more sense.
But here's the thing, Lauren, you did try to do it. So where did the whole I didn't want to do it come into play? When did that happen? When you got caught?
No, it was long before that because I had texted with Debbie. I had pleaded for her to come back.
What does that have to do? What? This doesn't even add up. So you didn't want to do it because you texted Debbie that you didn't want her to go?
She was off fishing. She was supposed to be gone for a weekend, and she was gone for more than a weekend.
What does this have to do with sexually talking to my 18-year-old daughter and trying to fuck her and move her up there with Victor in your fucking shed? What does Debbie have to do with any of that? Any of it?
So I wanted help for everything to stop.
What? For what to stop? What? You're just saying words. You've completely ruined the progress you've made. Do you understand that?
No, I did not ruin the progress I made. I wanted everything to stop. I wanted the talking with Rhoda to stop. I wanted the way that Winnie was acting with Rhoda to stop. I wanted everything to stop.
Well, spoiler alert, Lauren. Winnie and Rhoda didn't do anything. They were fucking with you.
That's why Winnie was choking Rhoda, sitting on her face and smothering her.
Lauren. Hey, Lauren, watch this. I'm getting choked right now. I'm joking.
Oh my God, Will, are you okay?
No, I'm just pretending, honey. Go watch the baby.
Okay.
Okay.
If they were just fucking me, what was the purpose of just fucking with me?
I don't know. It's Winnie. Does it have to make sense?
Do you see how that sounds though?
Okay, Lauren, we're getting
Like
off
when me and
topic
Winnie
again.
first met. When me and Winnie first met, she was just fucking with me because of Xavier.
Okay, so Lauren, what does that have to do with you trying to have sex with my 18-year-old daughter?
Well, gee, I turn around and say the same thing to you, Will. I was just fucking with you.
No, you weren't.
Christ.
Oh, you were fucking with
No,
me?
No, I
Because
weren't.
you-
Because I'm being honest about it.
Yeah, I know, because your limp dick pictures were proof enough.
So who the fuck is anybody else to fuck with me?
Because here's the thing, Lauren. You could say, "Oh, I was fucking with her," but your cock pictures prove otherwise, right?
Who the fuck is anybody else to fuck with me?
Right. Deflect. Got it.
Yeah, deflect.
That's what you're
You're
doing.
deflecting from answering that question too.
No, I'm not, because it has nothing to do with this.
It has everything to do with it.
No, it doesn't. It has nothing. It has absolutely
does.
zero things to do with what we're talking about right now.
Well, if I was getting fucked with, what the hell's the purpose in that? What
Lauren.
pleasure does that give anyone?
Oh my God, Lauren. You know, I know you were told that that wasn't true anyways.
Well, yeah. Long after.
Okay, Lauren.
Like maybe
let's
a
go
couple
with
weeks
your
ago.
point. Let's go with your point. Winnie and Rhoda fucked with you. What does that have to do with me at all?
Has to do with
Right, exactly.
why you're asking
Nothing
me.
is the answer. Nothing is the only answer.
It has to do with why you're asking me
Nothing
all these fucking questions
the
when I was
only
getting
answer,
fucked with
Lauren.
anyway.
And nothing is the only answer. So now you can answer my question.
It has to do with why you're asking me all these questions when I was getting fucked with anyway.
No, it doesn't. Because it played no factor in what you did with Rhoda. None.
So what about all this friendship stuff that's being shown to me now? Am I getting fucked with on that?
Okay, so we're
The
deflecting.
whole
again.
Angelo,
Yeah,
the whole
just gotta
Angelo
avoid
shit.
that.
Am
Gotta
I
avoid that
getting-
question more than anything, because you're
The whole
back.
Angelo shit. Am I
Lash
getting
out.
fucked with on that?
Lash out. Right, here we go. Baby's
Fucking
not
right in the
getting
lash
spanked,
out.
getting tantrum,
I want to know.
Tantrum. Oh, look out.
I want to know.
LJ throws less tantrums than you do.
The whole Angelo shit. Am I getting fucked with on that?
You think you're owed information. I believe I'm owed peace, okay? That's my daughter to be fucked with.
You think you're owed information from me about my whole fucking life?
No,
You're asking
not
me
your
about
whole life.
everything, Will.
Lauren, not your whole life. I'm asking you about one
You're
thing.
asking me about information
my
that
daughter.
you have no purpose in knowing.
Yes,
information
I do. It
about
was
my
my
fucking
daughter.
finances.
It was my daughter.
You're asking me
my daughter.
fucking questions about my finances, Will.
Lauren, stop deflecting and go back to my daughter.
She's not your daughter, Will.
Yeah, she is.
No, she's not. She was
you want
Gigi's
that?
daughter.
Pardon?
Or, no, she wasn't Gigi's daughter. She wasn't, she's not your daughter, she's your stepdaughter.
Oh, so that makes her less of my daughter? You fucking asshole.
From what I'm told, you went around anyway, you sent cards.
Fuck you.
You sent cards, Will.
Did I raise her? Sure
Not
did.
from what I'm told.
What were you told?
I was told that you were never there, that you sent cards. That's what I was told.
Okay, well, in this conversation, since you love to not listen and only hear the parts you want to hear, I had to leave the house because Winnie was worried she was going to sexually assault me in my sleep. She was 15 years old when I left. And yeah, I sent cards after that. That's a couple years. So from the ages of
I'm just telling you what I heard.
So from the ages of 1 to 15, I raised her. Guess what? I'm her dad. Deal with it.
From the age of 1 to 15, from what I heard, you and Winnie were only together 8 years.
What?
How's the math work on that?
Yeah, because we've been married for 8 years. You don't have to be married to raise a child, you moron.
More, okay, but the math still isn't adding up.
Why? Because we were married for 8, but we couldn't have known each other before then? People don't just get married in the first week, month, Lauren. Some people, it takes years.
Winnie was what, 11 or 12 when she had Rhoda?
What?
The math doesn't add up, Will.
What?
That's what I'm told.
She was 14.
Well, I was told 11 or 12.
I'm pretty sure you were told 14 and you forgot.
No.
What do you mean now?
That I
Are we gonna
didn't-
do?
that I
Okay,
didn't-
do I have
that
to
I
go
didn't
find those
forget.
text messages too, and then you go, "Oh, don't remember."
Those weren't text messages.
I feel
Those were
like
things
it's
that
Chris
Winnie told me.
Hansen.
Oh boy.
What? This is how it goes, Warren. You say you know something, and then I tell you, no, that's not the case, and then you say, oh, I'm pretty sure it was, and then I prove
This is
it.
the conversation that I had with Winnie. This is the conversation I had with Winnie.
Right, well, this is a
That's
life
how
I
old
had.
she told me she was.
Pretty sure I know the facts. Was she drugged up when she told you that story?
More likely.
Oh, then there you go. So again, I mean, I don't know why you're trying to do math here to like disprove that I was her father, but I was. So you just have to fucking deal with that. I don't know why that's so important to you.
So you and Winnie were together ever since you was 14.
Yeah, pretty much. We were best friends. We were off and on, and then when she was 18, we moved in together. But again, I don't understand why the details of our relationship have anything to do with what the fuck we were talking about. Again, it's just another deflection from what you did, even though you've already admitted it, but now you're like backpedaling hardcore on it and trying to talk about anything else other than what happened.
Doesn't matter. I gotta get off the phone. I gotta
Okay.
go to bed soon. I still gotta make my lunch for tomorrow and shit.
Right, sure you do. Too much heat in the kitchen.
I know.